everybody doing? Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. This ain't Welcome Back Canada. This is another W Beginning show. Another show from my childhood. This is the Wild Wild West. Now, the Wild Wild West, 40th anniversary. This is Black White, complete first series. Relive the historic adventures of 1870s Secret Service agents and celebrate the 40th anniversary of one of TV's most popular imaginative series. The Wild Wild West takes you on the most dangerous, top secret assignments given to TV's first 007s of the frontier. Fight alongside the ever-resourceful ladies' man, federal agent James West, Robert Conrad, and his colorful sidekick, Agent Artemis Gordon, Ross Martin, crisscross the country in a high-tech railroad car, executing impossible missions assigned them directly from President Grant. These professional troubleshooters risk life and limb to protect the security of the United States by unraveling wicked schemes devised by an array of criminal masterminds. Collector's Edition includes 28 action-packed first-season episodes, completely remastered for optimum picture quality, alternate version of the theme song from the original master tape, special features, Robert Conrad audio intros, Lost original opening, Ross Martin sketch, network promos, theme song sessions, audio commentary by Robert Conrad, photo gallery, audio interviews, and more. This is one of those shows that I heard about a little bit as a kid. I have never been, I've said it before, I'm not a Western guy. Part of that is, as a kid growing up, where we lived, there was no cable out there. And hell, back then, I don't think C-band satellite dishes were like sold to the public. This is the 70s, baby. So, every day, it was a fight at 3:30 because my dad wanted to watch Gunsmoke and I wanted to watch Tom and Jerry. Or Bugs Bunny, one of the other. I can't remember which one it was. So it got to where we'd alternate. This day I got to see Tom and Jerry, next day he watched Gunsmoke. Well, one day he had to see Gunsmoke there even though it was my day to see Tom and Jerry because it was continued from the day before. And this is before we got our VCR, so he couldn't record it. So I got stuck. I hated Westerns. And it was also one of the things where, anytime a John Wayne Western going, we gotta watch this. Man, John Wayne fucking sucks. I hated Westerns. But I heard him and my uncle, who I got to see yesterday. Hey, what's going on, Uncle Milton? Told me as a kid, you'll love Wild Wild West. It's like, it's like superheroes. Well, I didn't get to see it, didn't get to see it. And sometime they had a made-for-TV movie, like a reunion movie. I saw them at, this is great. Well, a few years later, I was probably 12, 13. One of the local channels started rerunning Wild Wild West on Sunday mornings at like 8 or 9 in the morning. It's like, before they started church services, they'd run Wild Wild West. And I started recording, watching it, and just fell in love with the series. Watched it for about a year, then they quit running. I'm like, man. And I don't think they ever ran this first season, because I don't remember any episodes being in black and white. But that would happen a lot back then. If a TV show had a couple seasons black and white, a bunch of color, they'd just show the color ones. Because you got to think about it, this was late 70s, early 80s. Quite a few people still had a black and white TV in their house. I mean, you'd have color in the living room, black and white in the bedroom. That's how long ago this shit was. I kind of forgot about the series. Skip ahead. What, late 90s, early 2000s. Will Smith does the Wild Wild West movie. And by then, I've figured out I'm not a Will Smith fan. I don't think he's that good an actor. I think his music sucks. When he was with Fresh Prince, his beats were good, but that's because Jazzy Jeff was doing the beats. Will Smith. And it was getting near my birthday. My birthday's in July. So for my birthday that year, I was like, all right, let's go see Wild Wild West. It was me and my parents, lady I was with at the time, and a good friend of mine, old hippie Mike. And then we're going to go out to eat afterwards. So the plan was the big theater, had a good big theater up in Beaumont, Texas. Big, nice, state-of-the-art. I cannot remember the name of that. We're going to go see Wild Wild West there. And then in the parking lot, there's Waffle House, there's Joe's Crab Shack. I was like, well, I've heard Joe's Crab Shack is pretty good. We'll go eat there. So we went and saw the movie, and I walked out going, man, that fucking sucked. The best part of the movie is there's a scene where Selma Hayek is walking away from you with a pair of them pajamas, got the flap on the back, and the flaps out, so you see her butt. I'm like, oh, she got a nice butt. Gorgeous lady, amazing actress. You never hear a bad word about her. Gorgeous lady, doesn't seem to age. The movie sucked. We went to Joe's Crab Shack, and the food was overpriced and wasn't that great. And they made me, because they found out it was my birthday, I had to stand up in a chair, put on a hula skirt, and do a hula dance. And I kind of gave the guy a look like, motherfucker, you going to make me do this? And the guy was bigger than me, so I had to. Well, I forgot about Wild Wild West. Completely forgot about it. This is 2021, about 2.5 years ago. Dish Network added MeTV to our lineup. It was one of those channels where if I put up an antenna, I would get it, but we weren't getting it on Dish because Me does air out of Jackson. Well, I know on Saturdays, before they started their Saturday night evening lineup, which was like Singuli and then Star Trek and Lost in Space and Kolchak the Night Stalker and Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea and Time Tunnel and all this great stuff, they showed Wild Wild West. I started watching and go, man, I'd really love to see this. Really, really would love to see it. Started watching here and there, but then it got to where I just kind of forgot to record it. Skipping it a little bit. About it, it was last year, it was in 2021. Pandemic's going on. I'm having trouble finding the DVDs and stuff that I resell. Most y'all out there that, my side job, as I go around the thrift stores, pawn shops, garage sales, stuff like that. I buy DVDs, books, comics, really cheap. I go look them up, find out how much they're worth, and I don't charge like a perfect example. I'll give you a great example of this. A few years back, about a year ago, I picked up from a thrift store the big Monty Python box set. It's like all the episodes of the show. This thing's huge, it's like 16 discs. I paid $3. It said $6, so it's half off media. I paid $3 for this. I got home. This was still sealed. Sealed copies. On Amazon, we're going for $150. Opened but new, we're going for $75. I put up just a little simple post on Facebook. Hey, I got this set. I'll give you a picture you want. It's still sealed. I'm selling it. Make me an offer. A guy known as Kill File Victim. I know your real name, sir. What's going on, sir? JK. Not joking. JK. There's your initials. Known him for years. Known this guy for years from RSPW, Red Sport Pro Wrestling. He's a BBC guy. He's a British comedy guy. He messaged me like, hey, what do you want for us? I was like, dude, just make me an offer. I was like, I didn't pay much for it. Make me an offer. Well, he's like, and I Kill File, if I say the wrong price, please clear me. I want to say I told you 55 or 60. And I was like, don't worry about shipping. I'll eat the shipping. And he's like, really? He goes, okay, yeah, definitely. And I said, okay, cool. So I went and sold it. Well, that's saying, that's how, I make my money that way. I use that money to fund my other hobbies. Well, like I said, pandemic's going on. There's a pawn shop downtown. I don't know the name of it. If y'all live in the Brookhaven area, it's past Fox's Pizza. I go in there one day, and they're actually open. The guy's like, look, you got to wear a mask in. I have wipes up here at the front if you're buying anything, if you want to wipe it down. But hope you're doing okay. Try to stay away from everybody. Nobody else in the pawn shop. So I'm talking as I'm going through stuff, and I'm like, what are prices? He goes, well, man, he goes, normally it's $1 a DVD. If you buy a bunch, I'll drop it to 75 cents, 50 cents. TV shows, season sets are like $3. Blu-rays are $3. You buy a lot to drop the price. Well, I started building up a big stack of stuff because I tell you, nobody been through the DVDs forever. They had a lot of really good stuff. He's like, okay, tell you what, you're buying a lot. He goes, come over, we'll work out a deal. And you get through. Well, I walk up there and I had found Wild Wild West Season 1, Wild Wild West Season 2, and Wild Wild West Season 3. Looking really good shape. Brought him up there with some other TV show sets, a bunch of DVDs, 3 Blu-rays. He's like, man, you know what? We got so many DVDs and Blu-rays in the back, we're not room to put on shelves. You're buying this much, I'll cut you a deal. And it worked out to be around 50 cents each. I got like 60 Blu-rays and DVDs. A lot of them season sets, and one of them I got in, and I've done a video on, I don't know if it's up yet. It's a complete Road to Night Gallery. This thing was still sealed. It was brand new. Paid 50 cents to a buck. So let's go through and see what they got on here. And I have watched a little bit of this. My parents actually have been watching them because they're huge fans. They didn't know I had these. Disc 1 and 2. That's Robert Conrad, I'm pretty sure. This has 4 episodes in the Ross Martin sketch, original pilot opening with bumpers, pilot promo, audio interviews with John Nubler, writer, created Dr. Loveless, and Ethel Winnett casting, Robert Conrad, audio intros. Second disc has, and most of the episodes are titled The Night of Something, The Night of the Inferno, The Night of the Deadly Bird. This has intro blooper, Robert Conrad, all audio intros, audio interview, Fred Feilberger, producer. Episodes appear in order of their original air date. This is 6 hours or something. See, there's the disc. There's the next one. There's Artemis and the other guy. And after this aired, they did a 1 or 2 reunion movie. There's 4 seasons. I got to get the 4th. And I've looked. I can get the 4th season for between $10 and $12. Each one of these, when it came out, was almost $30 a season. So I don't mind paying a little bit more for that last season to finish the run. And as you can see, they got extras. Like this one. Oh, that's this 7 one. That's like in there. This guy, every one of these got a little bit of extras on them. All are packaged fairly nicely. I like these little slimline cases. And it's just something where, I'll throw in an episode here and there. Actually, I'll mention it. I have thought, and I think it's legal as much, we're all digital now, but the analog airwaves are still out there, and you can do, from my understanding, you can do like low-level broadcasts. They don't fuck with you on it. Like stuff where if I did it this way, like me and one of my neighbors would pick it up. I want to do my own TV channel using my DVDs. Like every day I'll show like an episode of Wild Wild West and the other TV shows I got, full runs of. This is season 2. Let's put these back and see what season 2 has to say on the back. Season 2. The Wild Wild West TV show on death-defying top secret assignments alongside the country's best secret agents under direct order of protect the security of President Grant and the U.S. from all manners of threat. Battle injustice with the ever-resourceful ladies man. Okay, same thing as the other. The heart-pounding. Second season includes a beautifully balanced 7-disc DVD set with 28 action-packed episodes, all those remastered in color. Yes, by season 2, they went to color. And now there's no 67. Wow. 60. God, this started. I knew it aired before I was born, but I didn't realize it was that far. There's no extras, I don't think, on this second set. And notice how besides the back, the front covers all look the same. But hey. And that's something I'm going to point out. If you collect physical media, right now is the time to go hit your pawn shops, your thrift stores, because so many people are dumping their DVDs and Blu-rays because of streaming. Oh, I got it on streaming. I don't need the physical copy. And then the thing gets put off streaming and you're like, fuck, I can't watch it. Like, one of my videos on here, I got that 70s show, the full run. And people talk about how now that set's going for a little bit because it's been pulled off everything. Perfect example, there's a pawn shop outside of town. It's more of a gun store. I go there about a couple of times a year. I went in there one time, and I bought a bunch of stuff, and I was telling some friends. I got some friends of mine that live a couple of towns over. The area they live in, you got to have an antenna way the hell up in there to get any kind of channels. There's no cable out there. They can't really afford satellites. They watch DVDs. That's all they watch. And anytime, and I know what series they're into, so anytime I find one that they're into and they got them cheap, I'll pick them up for them. Hey, just pay me back later on. Well, I went in that pawn shop and I found like 8 or 9 seasons of NCIS. And if you bought in bulk, the guys want like a buck of DVDs. Well, I tell them. So they gave me a $20 bill and told me next day go there and get them for us. I got them 8 or 9 seasons of NCIS, all of them looking almost brand new for like $10. They told me to take the rest of the 20 and buy myself stuff. That's where I found stuff like the American Gladiators DVD and the Man Show. This is season 3. Not as many episodes, I don't think. Let me see anything. This explosive third season contains all 24 action-packed episodes on 6 discs. Okay, so, nope. And there's no extras. How's the disc look on the inside? Okay, they really, by the third season, they're not doing a lot with the stuff, but, it's cheap. And this is one of those, okay, where we live, it's either streaming TV or satellite. And the bad thing about streaming is that the only internet you can get out here, there's a data cap. And it's a little bit over a gig. So if you're streaming a lot, you can burn through that. But if it's storming, the satellite goes out. So I always try to keep stuff like this around to watch. And, I don't know. I love TV shows on DVD. I always have. And I'm glad it's taken off because, man, Laserdisc and VHS is too expensive. DVD is so much cheaper on this stuff. And, I used to do series on here. I might title this one of those. It's called Cheap Shows on DVD. And it's TV shows you can get, like, full runs over seasons really cheap. Like I did Briscoe County Jr., I did First and 10, I did What's Happening. But now I got Wild Wild West. I got 3/4 of the full run for under $5. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed today. If you did, give me that thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe, all the other bullshit. Talk to everybody later. Bye-bye.